Think about this for a second. If you could be in any situation, sky's the limit, you name it, would you rather have a knife or would you rather not have a knife? Welcome to Off the Stone Sharpening. Today I wanted to go over 5 different reasons you should sharpen your knives, and this is reason number 1. What do I mean by safety? Well, most people actually cut themselves with dull knives rather than sharp knives. The reason this is whatever they're trying to cut, the knife will not penetrate, so it'll slip off and slice their finger. So a sharp knife is going to be way more useful and way more safe than a dull knife. Ask yourself this question: how many times have you ever cut yourself with a knife? Hopefully 0 times. But if you're like me, I've cut myself definitely a few times in my life. The times that I have cut myself, it is because the knife was dull. I remember one instance where I was trying to get an avocado pit out of an avocado, and I was stabbing at the pit to be able to pull it out, which is not the best way to get an avocado pit out of an avocado. But that's what I was doing, and I remember the knife was not very sharp, and especially the point and the tip. So I tried stabbing it in to pull it out, and it slipped off the pit and stabbed my finger. That's just one instance out of many where the dull knife was more dangerous. So if you want to be more safe using knives, make sure you can sharpen them. That brings us to reason number 2. So how's this going to save you money? Well, if you buy one sharpening stone is enough to sharpen and maintain your knives. So instead of every time you dull a knife in your kitchen, you eventually just throw it out and buy new ones, you can basically just buy one stone and get a knife set or whatever, how many knives you want to use, and just sharpen and maintain them on that one stone. In the long run, you're going to end up saving quite a bit of money. Another way to save money is if you use straight razors. Now, these aren't knives, I understand that, but you sharpen them in a similar fashion. And I haven't bought a regular disposable razor in over a year now. So with the prices of everything going up, I have saved a ton of money not having to buy any razors. Learning to sharpen your knives and or your razors in this case is definitely a huge, huge benefit because it will save you a lot of money in the future. And that brings us to reason number 3. If you were ever in a survival situation where you had a dull knife and you had the means to sharpen it, being able to sharpen that knife could save your life. For instance, say you were somehow caught out in the wild and you needed a knife to be able to build a shelter, build a fire, etc. If you had a dull knife and couldn't sharpen it, this could be the end of your life, especially in a survival situation where you don't have much time to be able to find food, shelter, water, etc. And that brings us to reason number 4. You can help a ton of people if you learn how to sharpen knives. I can't tell you how many family members and friends' knives I've sharpened over the years, and it has saved them money, it saved them from cutting themselves, and in some cases they have cut themselves because they forgot I sharpened it. But it's really nice because what it's going to do is actually allow them to have a safer cutting tool in the kitchen or outside if they're using a pocket knife or whatever they're using a knife for. It will definitely help them to be safer when using their knives. And that's just a wonderful thing to be able to help people in that manner because I don't know a ton of people that know how to sharpen their own knives. And that brings us to the last reason, reason number 5. There are a plethora of resources out there now to help you to sharpen your knives. Not only are there books you can read, videos you can watch, there are also tons of affordable sharpening abrasives out there. You can get sharpening stones, sharpening rods, sharpening kits. The sky is the limit when it comes to being able to sharpen your knives and maintain them. And a lot of these are actually very inexpensive and fairly priced. You could honestly get a sharpening stone for around $10 to $20 where they have a combination stone where you have one side is one grit, the other side is another grit, which could do absolutely everything you need to sharpen and maintain your knives. With the unlimited resources out there and the unlimited amount of abrasives, it's much easier to be able to sharpen your knives these days. And actually, there are even guided systems these days that basically take the work out of it for you. They hold the perfect angle on each side of the knife edge, give you a perfect apex, and help you to get your knives razor sharp. So there's also that option. Now, those options are generally a little bit more expensive, but if you don't want to have to take all the time to practice to be able to sharpen your knife on like a whetstone, These are also very great to help you to maintain your knives as well. Well, thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please press that like button for me. It really helps the channel. And if you think this video would benefit anyone you know, please share it with them. That also helps me as well. And lastly, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'd be honored to have your subscription. We'll see you in the next video.